Good morning. Oh, goodness, I'm all off. Good evening, everyone. I think I'm just so excited about today. Today is our fourth Sunday. So, what does that mean to us? It is Youth Sunday. So, today we are going to have two unique hosts. So, I am going to exit out of here so you can see the youth host for today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, scholars and families.
Good evening, educators and sponsors.
In other words,
Hey y'all, we are Jayla and Aria. We will be your hosts tonight.
A Better Chance for Youth Futures incorporated challenge scholars from all over the country to answer the question, what matters?
As an organization dedicated to ensuring the next generation has the tools necessary to succeed, we posed a question that even adults are struggling with.
During the last 12 months, we have faced a worldwide pandemic, unlike anything we have encountered before.
Amid change, anxiousness, and fear, we are all struggling to define and maintain normalcy.
Our new normal has shifted in what we consider a priority.
More than ever, people are glued to the news and social media to get regular updates on what is happening in our local communities and around the world.
Don't you mean adults are glued to watching the news? After learning online, kids are busy playing Among Us, watching YouTube, and scrolling through TikTok.
True, but it doesn't mean that kids don't care or that they aren't affected by what is happening. We hear our parents, grandparents, and teachers debating about political conflicts, racial issues, education changes, finance, health, and even safety matters.
Many people have endured pain and suffered great losses. It can leave kids feeling discouraged and overwhelmed.
However, we know that we come from strong, determined people who have overcome obstacles that no matter how high the cards are stacked against them.
The tradition of sharing lessons and values through storytelling is a rich part of our culture. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous I Have a Dream speech caused people to think about the future they desire for their children.
Poets like Ling Hughes and Maya Angelou used their words to transform America's ideals about the often neglected members of American family.
Tonight, we want to pay tribute to the previous generation who preserved and showcased the promise that our generation holds. Contestants are asked to share an oratorical performance about what matters to them using work from published authors.
The contestants submitted the work they were performing as well as a video clip of their performances. The contestants submitted the work they were performing as well as a video clip of their performances.
Tonight, our 5 winners will perform for you live. Our first contestant, Mr. Jackson Evans.
We ask the audience to share your love by giving thumbs up and commenting in chats and sharing.
Jackson, whenever you're ready.
Hello, my name is Jackson Evans, and I am 7 years old. Today, I'll be speaking about the importance of Black history. Just a few weeks ago, I saw a story on the news about a school giving parents the option of not having their children participate in Black History Month activities. I did not understand why anyone would not want their kids to learn about all the important things Black people had done throughout history. I know there are people in the world that do not think Black history is important. But today I'll give a few reasons why Black history is American history. In 1925, Carter G. Woodson, who is also called the father of Black history, had the great idea of starting Negro History Week, which began the second week in February 1926. In 1976, President Gerald Ford knew there needed to be more than just a week of Black history, so he made February Black History Month. I think Black history should be taught every day of the year. It is important for kids and adults of every race to know the accomplishments of Black people throughout history. Learning about Black history also helps us grow and become better, smarter, and more understanding. Kids that look like me will know that we can do anything we want to do, as long as we work hard and never give up, just like the kids and grown-ups that came before us. I am glad that my family, church, and teachers taught me about the important events and things Black people have done, like my great-uncle Amari Higgins, who was the first Black member of the Board of Trustees for Troy University in Troy, Alabama, or Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, who founded the first Black-owned hospital in America and performed the world's first successful heart surgery, or Madam C.J. Walker, the first female self-made millionaire, or Barack Obama, the first Black president of the United States, or Kamala Harris, the first female vice president, the highest-ranking female in U.S. history, and the first African-American vice president, and Brown versus Board of Education, the Montgomery bus boycott, and Bloody Sunday. We should all know where we come from. In the words of Carter G. Woodson, if a race has no history, if it has no worthwhile tradition, it becomes a negligible factor in the thought of the world, and it stands in danger of being exterminated. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jackson. We would like to extend a special shout out to Jackson's family and friends for their support.
That was amazing, Jackson. Next performance will be by Mr. Mark Davis Jr.
Please keep the love going in the chat. Mark, it's your turn.
I'm David, and I'm 5 years old.
Go on.
I'm a Guinness, and I'm 5 years old. And I'm gonna do this Tuskegee chant. Tuskegee on top. Hey, we never stop. They don't wanna see us until we reach the top. On our way to college, we will never stop. We got to school hard, yeah, super hot. Give me my effect. Give me my effect. Knowledge. Leadership. So best. See how you know. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. We would like to send a special shout out to Mark's friends and family for your support.
Next up is Jocelyn McLeod Smith. Keep the chat love rolling. Jocelyn, it's all you.
Remember, it's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. And my name is Jocelyn, and I'm in kindergarten, and I'm 6.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Shout out to all of Jocelyn's family and friends.
Next up is James Davis, Jr. Looks like a brother thing from the Davis family. Take it away, James.
My name is James Davis, and I will say the Deca Prep Creed. DP, whose time is it? Mine. And what time is it? My time to shine and grind. I have no time to waste. I can be whatever I want to be because Deca Prep has it still in me, grit and responsibility. It is my duty to go out into this world and display for everyone to see my uniqueness and ability to succeed. Knowledge is power, and college is ours. Through my behavior and willingness to learn, I will overturn the statistics that society accept before me. Today is my day. I will grow. I will strive. Because what? It is my time!
Thank you, James. Shout out to James's family and friends for their support.
That was great, James. Now, wrapping up this talent show for tonight's final performance, Mr. Isaiah Green. The floor is yours, Isaiah.
Behind the gates of tomorrow. Behind the gates of tomorrow, I can be what I want to be. I can have any job I want to. My future is up to me. Maybe I'll be an artist and paint a beautiful tree and draw pretty pictures of you and marvelous me. Or maybe I'll be a teacher and teach the kids to read, and if they raise their hand, I'll come to see what they need. Or maybe I'll be a doctor. I'll see what I can do to help a lot of children and maybe even you. Maybe I'll be a book. I'll work in a bookstore and please everyone I see. I'll find the books they ask you even if they are hard for me. Behind the gates of tomorrow. I can do what I want to do. I can have any job I want to. My future is up to me.
Thank you again to the scholars and families for all your hard work and support. We appreciate our sponsors for continuing to aid us and bring opportunities to the scholars around the world, around the nation.
We deeply appreciate Mrs. Robinson and the Better Chance for Youth Futures team for their continued efforts to create brighter futures for the youth.
I would definitely like to thank my youth hosts today. They did a wonderful job, as well as our contestants. We will notify everyone and provide feedback. We do have judges that are watching, but just encourage our scholars in the chat or if you're watching the replay by telling them how much you enjoyed them. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. All of our contestants were wonderful. That's probably why I couldn't judge, because they all would win if it was up to me. Also, I would like to thank our Director of Education, Mrs. Tennille Shaw, for all of her hard work and keeping in touch with the contestants, as well as the families, as well as the judges. So, I hate to cut it short. I know we always have fun on here, but hit the like, hit the share. Also, encourage our scholars, because it takes a lot to get in front of your peers and people who you don't know to speak. I hope this helped you this Sunday, next Sunday, and we will return with our regular schedule. But on Wednesday, check us out. We have our admission counselors returning to try to get our scholars to school. Thank you and have a wonderful Sunday.